What's happening, peeps and peeps? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. This is going to be a video where we're going to take a in-depth look at the new Divergence lockbox ship pack. Okay, so it says right here, opening this pack will allow you to choose between your faction available starship amongst the new Kelvin Heavy Destroyer Tier 6, Kelvin Talon D7, obviously for the Klingons, Heavy Destroyer, and the returning Kelvin Townline Command Cruiser, D4X Bird of Prey, or the Talau Intel Carrier Warbird. Lots of them to choose from. So we are on the Klingon side. We are on the Federation side. So we do have the Kelvin timeline to choose, or the Heavy Destroyer. Now definitely are going to go with the Heavy Destroyer because that is something that is new, or at least new to me, and that is what we're going to dedicate to this particular video all about. So we got this thing in our inventory. Now we are going to read all of the text that Cryptic has provided us for this particular ship, and then go through the normal routine that I usually go through to actually see every little bit of what this ship is capable of, including customization on space, do a little bit of what? In space, do a little bit of comparison within this and the other one. And after that, we are going to go into a little bit of combat. Now, I don't think that this thing might have its own unique interior, but you and I are definitely going to find out after we are going to go through all of the information that Cryptic has provided us. So, the Kelvin Heavy Destroyer is an explorer. Wow, I cannot speak today. I am definitely sorry, guys. It is definitely early for me. The Kelvin Heavy Destroyer is an exploratory, heavy armed and armored Starfleet design. A heavy armed and armored Starfleet design. It features significant firepower to keep its crew and allies safe, flexible bridge station to adapt to the mission at hand, and backed up with a focus on crew safety and structural integrity. Its engagement mode allows it to change to to defend others, retrieve to save your crew, or in last-ditching situation, to take its foe down with the ship if it needs. Oh, okay. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm going to skip this part, the bridge officer seatings and all that, because I want to showcase those in space. So this starship comes equipped with the Advanced Engagement System Universal Console. When activated, your starship prepares to join the Vanguard. Your starship prepares to join the Vanguard. Alright. Increasing your damage resistance and reflecting a portion of damage taken to the foes that caused it. After that buff ends, you and your team will gain boost to temporary hit points based on a portion of the damage taken over that duration. This console also provides a passive boost to hull capacity, turn speed, and can be equipped with any console slot on any ship, but only one of these consoles can be equipped at any given time. Additionally, it comes equipped with the Point Defense Matrix Experimental Weapon. This unique experimental weapon engages one target in each quadrant of your starship. It may be upgraded like a standard weapon, swapped out for another experimental weapon, and placed in any other starship experimental weapon slots. After achieving level 5 in your Kelvin Heavy Destroyer Starship Mastery, you will unlock the Into the Fray Starship trait. While this trait is slotted, taking damage from any sides will grant a boost to critical chance. After taking damage from all sides, you will receive a significant boost to critical severity. Wow! Critical chance and critical severity. So this thing is definitely cool for escort type ships, because you're like zooming in and out, and you're basically taking damage for all sides. From cruisers, you basically are just one-sided. Pilot ships can also benefit from this thing. Definitely cool. So it is a tier 6 for starship, hull strength of 1.25, shield modifier 1.1, 4 weapons, 5 on the front, 2 on the aft, room for 3 device slots, with a console modification of 5 tactical, 4 engineering, and 2 science that can also scale with the level that you currently have. Let's say you want to take this particular ship and give it to your low-level characters. You can definitely do that. The downside of that is it is going to bind on your character level. Let's say your character level is really low. It's not going to have all of the consoles unlocked, all of the weapon slots unlocked, because then your character is going to be overpowered being low level. So they've definitely thought of that, and I kind of like it as well. So if you really want to have the experience of, from all the way to level, I don't know, 12, 13, 15, 20, whatever, you can definitely do that in its own theme, basically. Very nice. Where was I? Right here. A base turn rate of 13 degrees per second with an impulse modifier of 0.16 with an inertia reading of 50. Also comes with that experimental weapon slot, the pointed defense matrix at standard, or at least not standard. This ship has an increasement in plus 10 in weapon power, plus 5 in shield power, and plus 5 to engine power. Very nice. Console universal, the advanced engagement system can equip cannons, dual heavy cannons as well. Starship Mastery Package, the Destroyer, so precise weapon system, enhanced weapons banks, devastating weaponry, enhanced weapon system, and that unlockable Starship trait into the fray. Very, very cool. I'm going to make this one my current Starship and head over to the customization area right now. So this is the customization part of this vessel. Now, in earlier videos, I actually thought that this part right here where the deflector housing was underneath like that, but for this particular ship it is on top. You can actually see that this thing has like a saucer section, and this is basically the warp nacelle. You can basically see it right there. And this should be like a Bussard collector thingy, because they only had like, they were cheap and they couldn't afford 2 of these warp nacelles. No, this is like an earlier design. This is probably one of those earlier versions of these ships. And they thought like, we are not going to go far. We're just basically going to keep these ships in our solar system, so they don't need 2 warp nacelles to have like a very stable warp bubble, basically. All right, let's go through the rundown of all things that we see. So we only have one basic template. It's called the Einstein. There is no unique bridge. The original origin bridge is basically just like a default bridge. So I'm very sad to say, but there is one particular subscriber of mine that is not going to be happy. I do apologize for that. Actually, no, I don't apologize for that, because it's Cryptic, right? They don't really go the extra mile these days to design, bridges for this, for the ships that they make as of late. Only one type of windows. Yeah, not really fond of that as well. Okay, we do have different material types. Now, I do want to mention that if this video is different and you have the same ship with different options, that might have to do with me being on the Tribble testing server right now, because I really don't think that I'm going to utilize this ship in my arsenal of ships that I'm going to use. One, because it's not actually a carrier and I really don't like the design but that is just me. So we have the material type right here for the Einstein. We do have the NX version of these things. That definitely is looking just like the NX. And the NX retrofit or refit. I'm definitely liking the refit more than the NX. Probably due to this bluish tint that they put up there. Very cool. I like it. Even though the ship is upside down. That's the way the ship should be. Okay, so we got left portion, top portion, front to rear, the back, the rear and the right and the back. Yes, good. We have type 7. Ooh, I am liking type 7. Wow, that is definitely a big transformation of this ship. Now this is as far as I can zoom in, and I have been saying to Cryptic, come up with a different UI for our ship customization, please. You guys just got a new crew member to join your to join Cryptic's team, so please get her to work on a new UI, please. Man, this is not giving us a really good viewing of the ship. We actually need to go into space to actually view this ship a little bit closer, a little bit better than we are here at the UI customization of this ship. That's not good. Type 6. Type 6 is all glossy and all reflective of the... Ooh, that is just hurting my eyes. That's not good. If you go to a system where the sun is like producing lots of light, lots of illumination, as they say, you are going to be blinded by your own ship. Type 0, if you want to go James Kirk era or James T. Kirk era, you can definitely have that old vibe for this particular ship. The 8B, I don't know where is the difference between the B and the A. Okay, so just a little bit of coloring, I guess. Very cool. Not into this 8B. Let's see the normal 8. Ooh, again with a reflective surfaces that is blinding me and my eyes. Moving on to type 1, I am going through the list up here and I see it's not in sequential order, but I guess they might be on the holodeck server. That might be just on Tribble. They're like, whoever comes on Tribble can deal with that on their own time. All right, type 2, difference between type 1 and 2 is not that much. I believe type 5 is going to be something that I really enjoy, or at least I used to fly my ship with type number 5. All right, so we got type 3. Type 3 up here. Okay, type 4, kind of menacing looking, like it's ready for battle. I do keep rotating this thing, but It's supposed to fly like this, right? It's supposed to fly like this with a deflector dish on top. Because I've been flying like, you know, I've been seeing so many ships, and it's kind of like standard that the deflector dish is right here underneath. Alrighty, type 5. A little bit of a white glow, ooh, on top. But that's just the, those are just the material type. I mean, if you, there are of you, some of you are going to like it, some of you are not going to like these particular ships in its design. And the veteran, wow, these veteran materials are very, very cool. Very nice. Very cool. Can you mismatch components? No, you can't. This is one of a kind looking ship. There are no other components that you can add or remove. There are pattern overlays that you can put on top of these things. I'm just going to select a couple of them at random and give you guys a little bit of a showdown in some really colorful colors so you guys can see the difference, which you can actually highlight on your ship. And I just totally messed it up. It's looking like a Christmas tree right here. Yeah, not really good looking ship. So next part is going to be me comparing this ship to the Lucari scout ship, the Dorito, oh, not the scout ship, the science ship, the Dorito triangle, and see how big this thing is. I don't think it's going to be that much bigger though, but we'll see. Customization has been done. Now obviously when I cut the video, I canceled all of the changes that we made because that Christmas tree was not looking good. So I did press cancel. So this is how the ship comes out of the box if you do not do any customization to it at all. And as you guys can see in its size comparison versus the Lucari science ship, it's not that big. It's like, you know, that's the front. They're sitting at the same spot. And this thing is basically twice the Lucari scout ship. The science ship. Why do I keep calling it the scout ship? So just the saucer section is kind of like really big. Maybe twice over the Lucari science ship right there. Yeah. In its size. Very nice. And you guys can see there are the engine wake right here. You can actually see it. It is from the underneath section, the warp nacelle, not nacelles, not twice, just one of them. We do have two of the impulse wake, so definitely just the normal standard engine wake right there. And I wonder if this thing spins the Bussard collector, but I guess it doesn't spin because of reasons. I mean, do you see the number right here? The NCC, what is it? 63503. Now that is just a random number. You can definitely change that. It's not part of this particular ship. And it bangs. Now let me just give you guys a little bit. Let me just lower the chat because that's not good. So statistic wide, we do have a turn rate of 17.6 degrees per second. Now that is just based on whatever items are up here. Traits, I really don't have any traits that increase this. So in space with the normal, you know, shield warp nacelle, the impulse and the standard deflector, all of them Mark 10, or the level less, I should say, because these are standard use. It says right there within the brackets, it is at 17.6 degrees per second. So that is something to keep in mind if you want to utilize this particular ship. Very cool, very cool. You can definitely enhance this turning rate if you think this is too slow, with, you know, other type of engines that you can find out for yourself. Now let's talk about the Starship Mastery right here. So on level 1, we're going to get +5 in accuracy rating. So that's going to make your weapons actually hit the target, even though they might be flying in a higher speed. You're still going to hit them. Level 2, +15 in critical severity. Critical severity increases the overall number when you're going to land a critical hit. Very cool to have that as well. 2.5% in critical chance is going to increase the chance of you actually dealing a critical hit. So very cool on that as well. And level 4 is going to increase the energy and kinetic damage by 10%. So you're going to do more damage based on energy DPS and kinetic DPS. Now this does not enhance any science that you're going to do. Level 5, into the fray, that is going to give us critical chance as shield facing gets damaged, and critical severity when you are taking damage on all sides. On taking damage to a shield facing, enable its stack of Into the Fray for the next 5 seconds is going to add 1.5 critical chance. On reaching 4 stacks, it becomes surrounded. 50% critical severity for the next 15 seconds with a 45 seconds cooldown. Wow, 50% in critical severity. That's a lot, people. Each facing can only add 1 stack. All of them must take damage for you to be surrounded. Like I said, like I am flying this particular ship right now, you can actually, let's say that this particular space station right here is going to be my enemy. You basically need to make sure that that enemy actually hits all 4 of your shield facings to actually get into the fray. All of the 4 stacks to become surrounded, as they say, or have like enemies on all sides, so they basically hit all of your shield facings. I wonder what will happen when you don't have shields. Let's say you're fighting the Borg and they deplete all of your shields and they basically fire on your hull. What does this actually work then? That might be interesting. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section, because that might be very interesting to see. Anyway, we have 5 weapons on the front, 2 on the aft, and a experimental weapon slot. Let me just do more details on this thing. So it says, bound to character, the point defense matrix coordinates a large volume of fire to protect the ship against threats of all directions. Hold on. All right, here we go. I was still flying at impulse. For a threat of all directions, the primary target is engaged as normal using the point defense battery across the side of the ship the enemy is on. Once for each quadrant, shield facing direction does not contain the primary target. The rest of the matrix automatically selects whatever target is in that arc and has the lowest remaining hull percentage and fires on it. It may be upgraded like a standard weapons, yada yada yada. Okay, we already know that. Okay, we just read that. So target foe, 360-degree targeting arc with a 10-kilometer range is basically the basic stuff of a weapon. 1.5 second recharge, dealing 1100 phaser damage, attacks hits targets with the lowest health enemy in each facing other than the target. If you want to enhance this overall damage right here, put some points into all weapon damage. Now this weapon is definitely based on phaser and it's point defense system. I don't know about that. I don't know if I have, do I have any upgraded stuff that we can actually, let's try to upgrade this thing all the way to, hello? Upgrade? Could you just go away? Oh, we do have triple upgrades. Okay, cool. We are definitely going to upgrade this thing all the way to epic mark of 15 right there. Man, this thing does not want to upgrade. There we go. So it was 1,100 and now it's 1,800. So we basically gained like 770 damage points on this thing. Can we re-engineer it? We can. Okay, so potential powers, accuracy, drain, damage, or crit D. And these are accuracy, damage, accuracy, crit D, crit H, crit H, crit D damage, or crit H damage. Those are the potential modifiers that we can have changed on the triple testing server. They might change on the holodeck server, but as it is right now, it's draining. Oh wait, no, it's not draining. It's critical chance and critical severity. Why am I saying draining? Anyway, moving on. We have room for 3 devices. We have room for 4 engineering consoles. So survivability, you know, definitely cool on this thing. Science, 2 console slots. So not really having too much option for science DPS on this thing. But it does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tactical console slots with a universal enhanced engagement system that we're going to take a closer look on this thing. What does it do? When activated, your starship prepares to join the front line of battle. Increase your damage resistance and dealing feedback damage to enemy that damage you. Feedback damage cannot crit or be resisted. When this effect ends, your team starship gain temporary shield equal to a portion of the pre-resist damage received. This console also provides a passive boost to hull capacity and turning speed. It can be equipped in any console slot on any ship. You may only equip one of these consoles at any given time. So we got 22.8 flight turn rate. That's probably why our flight turn rate was that high. Also 8.6% in shield capacity. Darling to do better. Oh, daring to be better. Darling. Yes, my darling, do better. Sorry. Daring to do better. Activating this ability will improve damage resistance rating for the next 20 seconds. Each time you are hit during this period, the attacker will take feedback damage based on the damage they dealt to you. After the duration, this console will apply a temporary shield to your ship and all ally based on damage taken during the ability for the 20-second duration that it got activated. I like this. I like this helping your allies. So each of your allies, I don't see it saying like there is a minimum amount of distance that your allies need to be in, but it says all of your allies. So it is very cool because you're going to give all of your teammates temporary shields. Very cool. Feedback damage is based on the magnitude of the incoming damage, and increase is effectively based on your current auxiliary power level and starship exotic particle generator skill. Damage buff do not impact feedback. Feedback cannot critically hit. 2-minute charge plus 30 all damage resistance rating for the next 20 seconds. Reflect up to 24.94% of incoming damage back to the attacker for the next 20 seconds with 50% shield penetration. Nice. Again, cannot critically hit. It was stated like 3 times now. After 20 seconds, applies a daring to do better shields. Team absorbs up to 33% damage taken during prepare to battle. Yeah, okay. And so if you want to enhance all of these numbers right here, EPG is something that you need to put some points in. Very cool. Daring to do better as a shield that is going to give to all of your teammates. I like that. Okay, so we got the Universal Console, the Experimental Weapon Slot, the Starship Mastery, the Bridge Officer Stations. We have a Commander Universal Station, So this is definitely versatile in, you know, in whatever you want to do this thing. You have an Ensign Universal Station, so definitely another Ensign, so you can, you know, in this universal station that is commander based, you can basically put tactical science or engineer, and in this ensign, basically the same tactical engineer or a science bridge officers. And we have a lieutenant commander tactical / command station. So definitely have those, like concentrate fire if you want to use like torpedoes and stuff like that. Very cool. You have a lieutenant commander engineering / pilot station, so more pilot abilities. I don't think I have any pilot. No, that's command. Is that pilot? No, that is pilot. All right. No, nobody. Anyway, lieutenant science station up here as well, so you can put science stuff in here like that. Cool. And you up there, 2 cannons. Why not? Mines? No, we don't have mines. We do not have mines. And very cool, very cool, very, very, very like it. I'm liking this thing. Hold on. That is not pilot. Is that pilot? No, see, that's not pilot abilities. Why does these things come up here? Those are pilot abilities, but this bridge officer is not set up for pilot abilities. Just reload default. That does not work either. Oh man, that is not good. I only have. Let's just do the standard stuff. I don't have any pilot abilities that is based on engineering. I probably just to make these videos, I kind of need to train like, I don't know, like 6 bridge officers and everything, but I keep forgetting. Anyway, can we change these things? No, these are just the normal standard default. Okay, so the only thing that I kind of need to do is show you guys the Admiralty card. So I need to cut the video right now and look it up. All right, so here is the Kelvin Heavy Destroyer information. Okay, so we got 44 points in engineering, 56 in tactical, 23 in science with an 18-hour in cooldown. Plus 20 points to engineering and tactical when alone. So you're going to get 64 and 79. Wow. When you're going to use this ship alone. Wow, that's high. The bridge officer I got showcased into the fray, the universal console slot, the experimental weapon slot, the bridge officer seating. Next is going to be combat. Nothing more to be showcased right here. Now, before I actually go into this patrol mission, I do want to say that we got a new icons up here. I don't know what these things do, but there are new icons. That only, whoa, yeah, there are more than one. Okay. Don't know what these things are. That have like a down pointing arrow kind of thing going on. I don't know what that is. But I guess we will find out when we actually go over the patch notes and see what everything, or at least see what changes they made to, like, also on Discord, there were a discussion that there is some new running animation that they changed. I have not seen any new, animation while I'm running around, but could be fun. But anyway, Argana Patrol Mission Wanted is something that we are going to do right now, just to showcase this ship, how good it is in combat. Now, I did set up all of my my key bindings right here. I'm just spamming them one by one against the enemy. And this is what we're doing. Artillery vessel that missed everything. Cool. Now I am broadsiding a little bit with this thing, even though it has like a really good turn rate. I did not enhance anything else. Just the standard stuff. And by that I mean, like, just the levelless basic gear that you get when this ship comes equipped with. I don't have any consoles or anything like that equipped it on this ship to enhance it any further. And the reason why, because still people actually tell me, why don't you use your infinite resources that you have to actually make this ship better, to showcase it the way it's meant to be showcased, and with really high overpowered items. The reason why I never do that is really simple, guys. If I display a overpowered ship in this video, you guys are going to go over and make a purchase and think like, yeah, if he can do it, we basically can do the same deal. Oh, stay within that thing. And we are going to have a overpowered ship as well, because this thing is a beast. And to that I'm going to say no, that is not correct. This thing might look beast in this video because I have all of the overpowered stuff. But if you are going to equip it with just normal stuff, and you're going to be like, hey, he lied to us, and you guys are going to resent me for showcasing something that's not the way it should be. So that's why I'm actually showing this ship in its naked form, if I can say it like that, in its basic form, because this ship, even though it might be bad, or it might be good, or it might be really good, or it might be really bad, that is a decision that you have to make on your own, and not based on what you guys see in this video. So with that being said, I still hope you guys find it very interesting to see how this ship actually performs. So we got this thing right here. What does it do again? Daring to do better. Here we go. In damage resistance and damage attackers is basically a feedback pulse. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Now, I believe I got enough aggro for this thing to kick in a little bit of damage that's going to deal. 2 words. Oh, we got actually a Starfleet emblem right here on top. Nice! When this thing is active. Now, it is surviving because I got a lot of health buffs. And it is nice. And to be honest, against these particular NPCs, where is the NPC that is kicking my butt? Right there. You really don't need a lot of firepower, because these are just the standard level. And even though my hull is basically level at percentage 50-60% hull, it's still doing decent amount of damage versus these guys. Our Gullah patrol missions are not that tough. Give me the carrier. Rally point marker, you really need to stay within that thing, but if I go stationary with this thing, then I'm basically dead. Artillery, go! Go! Kick his butt! Kick his butt! Oh, I might actually die here. Oh, continuity just kicked in. Very cool, very cool. I like that. Another rally point marker, why not? Stay within that thing. Where is my evasive? I'm gonna try to stay within this thing. Don't know if I'm going to make it though. He's locked. Go, go, go. Pew, pew, pew. Section 31 ship is helping me out. So overall, with my pilot abilities or piloting abilities, because this ship does have pilot abilities right here. Pilot abilities, you can have 3 of these guys right here. Very cool. So with my piloting abilities, my basically being like the chauffeur, the pilot of this particular ship, it is doing decent amount of damage. It's not overpowered and it's not squishy, being like, you know, damaging this ship in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 salvos from the enemy and just dying. So I should say, my personal opinion, is this ship particularly for me? No, never. Is this ship one of those ships that can do a DPS like crazy? Hell yeah. Look at this. You have room for 5 tactical console slots. You have room for, you know, survivability. If you have too much aggro, you can definitely survive. The only real reason, or the only real question is, what are you going to use this particular ship for? Because you have a little bit of survivability with these guys, so you can have like hazard emitters to have more survivability, and you can use like science team for your shield. But you can also use, like right now I have twice emergency power to weapons, and I'm talking about conventional DPS, like, you know, beams and all that stuff. But you can also use shields, you know, for survivability, and you know, these being survivability options, and these are being like, you know, DPS dealing skill based on your bridge officer ability. So this, or you can actually use this one for I don't know, for tactical team or something like that. If I have tactical team somewhere, I think Earl has tactical team. Go Earl. No, torpedo high. But anyway, you get the point. You get the point. So basically, you have enough room for survivability. You have enough room for, you know, science survivability, because I don't believe there is gravity well available for the second skill. I don't think so, but could be. But you know, enough options for you to actually think about, like, what kind of route do you want to take, because this thing has basically 8 weapon slots right here, 5 on the front, 3 on the aft, and 5 tactical console slots to enhance everything that you're going to dish out against your enemy. Enough consoles for survivability. If this thing had 2 hangar bays, it was a no-brainer for me. This was definitely something that I was going to grab myself and use it personally. But it's not a carrier. It's not moving like a carrier. It's not big as a carrier. It is definitely small. It's nimble, as you guys saw. So make that, you know, based upon that, make your make your own choice if you want to go over to purchasing or do not want to purchase it based on this particular video. It is good on survivability, so you're definitely going to have lots of fun with this thing. And also, I should say, grab it from the exchange if you don't want to invest in Zen. There are lots of people that are definitely selling this ship right now. I don't know what the real price is on the exchange, because the exchange actually fluctuates from day to day, from hour. So this is the review on this particular ship from the Divergence lockbox. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun of entertainment coming out of my channel. I would love to see you guys on the next video. For now, I'm going to say later.